Men today have been trained to chase, to always be the first one to reach out, to always keep the conversation alive. But here's the truth. Every time you text her first without restraint, you give away your power. This video is not about games. It's not about tricks. It's about becoming the kind of man who doesn't need to chase. The kind of man who commands respect by his presence alone. If you're ready to stop begging for attention and start earning respect, stay with me. This will change the way you see yourself forever. Lesson 1. Respect begins with you. Respect is not something she gives you first. It begins with you. If you don't value your time, no one else will. If you don't guard your attention, no one else will. And when you text her first constantly, you're showing her that your time is cheap. Think about it. Would a man with a mission, a man building his empire, spend his energy refreshing his phone? Respect starts with what you tolerate. It starts with how you present yourself. When you make her your priority, you stop being hers. Lesson 2. The power of restraint. Most men think strength is about action, but true strength is often about restraint. It takes no discipline to send another message. It takes no mastery to beg for attention, but it takes immense strength to hold back. Restraint shows her, and more importantly, yourself, that you are not ruled by impulse, that you are in control, that you value silence as much as speech. When you resist the urge to text first, you're not ignoring her, you're training yourself. You're becoming the kind of man who acts out of strength, not weakness. Lesson 3. Attention is currency. Understand this. Your attention is valuable. It's a form of currency. When you give it away too freely, it loses its worth. But when you control it, when you invest it wisely, its value rises. Every text you send is an investment. And like any investor, you must ask, what return am I getting? If she isn't meeting your energy, if she isn't reaching out, then why keep investing? Attention is power, and the man who guards it will always be respected. Lesson 4. Attraction lives in absence. You don't create attraction by always being there. You create attraction by sometimes not being there. Absence gives her space to miss you. Absence creates mystery. Absence forces her to wonder what you're doing, where you are, who you're with. When you're always available, there's nothing to miss, no reason to chase, no longing. But when you step back, when you hold your silence, her curiosity grows, and curiosity fuels attraction. Let her wonder, let her reach, let her feel your absence. Lesson 6. Emotional control is masculine strength. The moment you let your emotions control your actions, you lose power. When she doesn't text back right away, most men panic. They overthink. They send another message. But that reveals weakness. It shows that your mood depends on her reply. True masculinity is calm. It's unshakable. It's grounded in purpose, not in instant gratification. When you master emotional control, you stop chasing validation. You stop needing her response to feel secure. And ironically, that's what makes her respect you more. Lesson 7. Scarcity creates value. Think about gold. Why is it valuable? Because it's rare. Your time, your energy, your attention, these are no different. If you flood her with all three, they lose value. But when you make them scarce, they become precious. Scarcity doesn't mean ignoring her. It means living a life so full of purpose, so full of direction, that your presence isn't guaranteed. When she knows she can't have your attention anytime she wants, she values it more. Scarcity creates respect. Respect creates attraction. Lesson 8. Purpose over pleasure. Here's the deepest truth. A man who puts women above his purpose will always lose both. But a man who puts his purpose first will always attract women naturally. When you wake up, what drives you? Is it her reply or your mission? Is it her attention or your progress? Women are drawn to men with direction, men who are consumed by something greater than them, men who don't need but choose. When you chase pleasure, you lose power. When you chase purpose, pleasure follows naturally. Lesson 9. Become the mountain. A mountain does not chase. It does not beg. It does not move for anyone. Yet everyone sees it. Everyone feels its power. Everyone respects its presence. That's what you must become, the mountain. When you stop texting her first, you're not playing games. You're becoming grounded. You're becoming steady. You're becoming the kind of man who commands attention without ever asking for it. Be the mountain, and she will come to you. If this message spoke to you, share it with another man who needs to hear it, because too many men today are living as slaves to attention when they should be living as masters of themselves. Subscribe for more lessons on discipline, stoicism, and self-mastery. And before you go, ask yourself, am I chasing or am I standing? Because the answer to that question will define the man you become.